Hello, everyone. We're the delegates from the Nuralink company, and we are thankful for having you today to discuss and negotiate our Nuralink global expansion.
So, good evening. We are from the government and we would want to present our concerns and also to provide an agreement that hopefully satisfy both of our terms.
So we would just like to state the obvious points first in our side, which is like it can increase progress by a rapid speed and it can exceed practically progress in everything.
Because we basically have an AI in our head, so human progress in like building infrastructure and education would be much more easier, and we can progress more in like technological advancements.
So we understand the Nuralink benefits. However, we are concerned about the health effects and impact on human brains, especially for database, as each humans have the right to own on their own data and privacy. However, getting a chip inside your head can violate your privacy and having your data leaked out. So how Neuralink have been working on that?
So first of all, whether you choose to get the Neuralink is your choice, and second of all, we try our best to maintain our security to prevent data from getting leaked. However, it's not always a perfect system.
So we are concerned about not just the health of individual citizens but also national security, because we're in a world where everyone is basically wanting to fight each other, and we already had cyber attacks from, let's say, Russia, from even the United States trying to use bugs to dismantle Iranian's nuclear program. So my concern is that your databases are not secure enough. As a private company, you don't take enough precautions to ensure that my people that uses your chips, their data would be secure. And additionally, I'm also concerned about, let's say, my politicians, my military officials who use your chips, and then let's say some Chinese hacker hacked into your system and extracted all of their information. It's like we're like feeding information about our military assets, our political moves to the enemy. So how would you deal with that? I actually question your capability as an independent company when it comes to dealing with these problems.
So if that is your concern, what about we cooperate with each other? The government with the private companies, like you because you have a lot of like a really strong like government backing us up. So I feel like we would work really well together because we have the technology and we can try and help you enforce the security amongst the people using the chip.
Yeah, so we totally get your idea, and the thing we want here is that Neuralink will work under the control of the government, which means that we will own 100% of the control of the company, and we will see like the top tier CEO and like the controller to see like how Neuralink have been going and like how it control the chips like around.
100% is way too much. We're basically giving up our company. That can't be like realistic.
We're not talking about like we're owning or like buying your company 100%, but the things that we are talking here is that we want you to work under our control rather than like, because private companies cannot ensure people medical problems, as well as because the Neuralink link tightly to like our humans health, and because you cannot control, we are under control of like the hospital and stuff. So Neuralink, if there's a problem happened, we are the one that take the responsibility to solve it, to solve for our citizen. So we want here is that Neuralink have to work under our control 100%. Because the problems here is you want it to be treated like a national infrastructure, and you are just a private company. So to get that like national infrastructure, you want to take over that to want to be national infrastructure. It just cannot be true, because a private company cannot control the citizens. Especially you are implying chips on people, friends, and the residents and the citizens are under control of the governments. So basically, we cannot just give you the freedom to do whatever you want. And the thing we want here is that we want you to be under our control. Because the topic here is saying that you want to be a national infrastructure.
We're not saying that we want to be completely independent. We're still giving you a share of our company, a share of our control, like who gets the data and like who controls that data. But we're not saying we're going to freely roam without you having any power into what decision we make.
Okay, so you guys talked about it. You guys got 50-50, 100%, 80-20. Now we have to reach agreement.
So we would like to make a compromise, and we will accept that we're not going to own 100% of your company, but we also, I want to state again is that 50-50 is not enough for us to be able to actively intervene in national security. So we are proposing around a 75-25 split.
I don't think we can go as low as that. I feel like
75-25.
Because you have to understand the word national, because national means you're intervening with the government's responsibility and rights. So in order to be the national infrastructure like you want, the only proposal we offer is 70-25. 75-25, sorry.
So what if instead of working in your government where you own more than half our shares, why don't we just go to another country and find a better deal?
We can accept it.
How about this? Talking about some policy too, because it's have the one side cannot control holdings, but that is your company's technology, right? Cannot give holdings. Is there any solution to make some additional organization or some program to sharing the data and then policies to make decision of the company's decision when they make some developing new program or when they implying that technology to people?
So we believe that a good deal would be if we had 60-40 of the shares first, and until we're secure and that you trust us, we believe that we're willing to give you 60% of the company back and 40% back to us.
All right, we'll deal with that split.
just like our shares will shift over time. So like let's say for the first 10 years we will have most of our company. I feel like 60-40 was I feel like a better one would be 65-35. For the first 10 years we'll focus on developing our security and everything, so that once you trust us we can switch it around to you guys.
All right, we can work at that. And then another proposal I want to propose is that I see you want to be a national infrastructure. Can you please clarify that you want to apply the Nuralink chips to like all the citizens, or it's optional again?
It's optional if you want to do it or not.
We want it to be optional, and maybe for the 10 years it is 5 years. 5 first years we want it to be applied for disabled people, citizens, and then for the rest it is optional.
Sure. I feel like a better word would be encouraged to have it, because like if you're forcing like disabled people to wear it, then it might be against their right. So
Yes, and our third proposal is that we want your specialists to work with our doctors, especially for medical doctors and as well as WHO organizations, because we want to ensure that the chips are going right in the patient's head, and that if there's any problems with the chips, both the specialists and the doctors can work together. How do you think?
I feel like that was already part of our deal because we're working together. So yeah, I guess it would work.
All right, guys. So this was really good. So you agreed for the government to have 40, you have 60 over 10 years. It'll tier like 55, 45, and then eventually 60, 40. And then first give it to disabled people, and then have your specialists work with government medical doctors and the WHO to ensure safety.
Yes, that was our proposal.
Not a bad deal, guys. Pretty good. Daisy coming in with 100%, coming in strong. Wow, it was good. All right,
Come
great.
strong first.
Great negotiation. I'm going to give it to the government team. You guys really, you were really strong in your language. You didn't waver. You were very aggressive. Yeah, it's real proud of you, Daisy. That was awesome seeing you do it. So you're real tough. I'm scared of you now. All right. All right. Great job, guys. Let's write it down and shake hands. Good for you. So yeah, 40, yeah. So 40, 60, 10 years. Then after 10 years, 60-40, helping disabled people, and then having the specialists work with the medical doctors for safety reasons. That's the deal.
And WHO as well.
What?
And WHO as well.
And the WHO, yes. And after they shake hands, I will, we're going to do the quiz. There's 4 questions, so 4 prizes. I will see who raises their hand first and call on them. If you get it wrong, you cannot answer again. It's a quiz. There's a quiz. Yes, and you'll get these books about critical thinking. All right, you got the agreement? Hand it over, sign it, and shake hands. Good job, guys.
So after careful deliberation, both our delegates have agreed upon a contract with these terms. Number 1, within the first 10 years, any profit made from applying Nuralink would be split between the government and Nuralink as follows. With the following the 60-40 split, and then after 10 years, we're going to reverse the split, and 60% of the profit will be given to the government. The second term is that initially, the applicant of Nuralink will be encouraged for disabled people, veterans and stuff. And then after national security has been established, then it will be moved to a full-scale implementation for nations that have interest. And finally, the third term is that we're going to have the collaboration between Nuralink specialists, doctors, and personnel from the WHO to be able to respond to health problems that stem from the implication of Nuralink. And the documents has been signed and agreed by both sides.
Yay, good job, guys.
Dạ, xin được chúc mừng Steven, Misa, Daisy và Steve đã hoàn thành phần chung kết ngày hôm nay.